Welcome back to the Donny Rapture channel, where I always bring you fresh, never before seen bodycam video. Today's bodycam footage is tied to a shocking event, captured by Wavy Boats on April 28, 2024, at Boca Bash. This video spread like wildfire, hitting mainstream media, Instagram, TikTok, ultimately pressuring Florida Fish and Wildlife to track down the culprits responsible. In today's bodycam video, we will be following officers as they investigate this third-degree felony pollution case and bring justice to the people of Florida, as well as manatees. Boca Bash is an unofficial boating party that is held on Lake Boca every year, featuring live music, drinks, and hundreds of boats tied together in the shallows. It's absolute chaos. That being said, it's a popular place to film. Wavy Boats was on location at around 4 p.m. when they spotted this vessel exiting the Boca Raton Inlet, heading out into open waters. The following is an interview given by the key witness.
And what did you see that day?
So what I witnessed that day was very few boats. So when this particular boat did go out, I kept the camera on it because it was taking very big waves, and that's the type of content we're after, is the big shots. And so I just happened to be filming them. I stayed with them as long as the camera would pick it up in a clear enough shot, and they went out, turned around, came right back in.
Okay. You saw them, dump the trash?
So the camera did pick it up.
Okay.
It was very bright. I was zoomed in all the way, and the camera is only so big. So I knew I was capturing them. I didn't know at that exact moment that I did capture that.
Okay.
Our drone pilot saw the aftermath and asked if I had been videotaping. I told him I had. I didn't know if I had captured the actual dumping.
Okay. And did you notice anything else that day that could be relevant to the investigation?
I've captured a lot of content that has been questionable behavior in my years working for Wavy Boats.
Yes, sir.
This was a very deliberate act.
Okay.
They literally went offshore, dumped, turned around, and came right back in.
Okay.
They didn't hang out offshore. They went out, turned around, came right back in. So whatever they did, and thankfully the camera has a better eye than I do, they went out, dumped it, turned around, came right back.
On April 30th, 2024, FWC investigators arrived at the home of the registered owner of the vessel. I'd like to point out that the vessel lacked proper identification numbers, but was likely identified by the vessel's name, the Halcyon, which was shown in videos circulating mainstream media. Oh, and I think it's also important to note that at this point in the investigation, none of the subjects had been positively identified.
Hello? Hi,
how are you?
Very well, thanks.
I'm Louis Mauricio with Florida Fish and Wildlife.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I'm here to speak with your son.
So he's a minor.
Charlie, okay, that's fine.
He's a minor, and so we want to have him represented by counsel.
Sure,
We're in the process of putting that in place.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Gotcha.
We've been expecting, we weren't sure really who we were supposed to be talking to, so,
okay.
We are, this is not representative of who we are, the situation.
I understand.
We've been full-time dealing with media requests, Instagram attacks, all kind, like you cannot believe.
Yeah.
I don't support what happened, but we're kind of in a whirlwind here.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we follow up with you guys to set up an appointment to talk to him, or have him do that with counsel? We didn't know who to call or what to do.
That's fine. I'm going to leave you with my contact information, and once you seek your counsel, we can go further from there.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll get you that. The sooner we can get the ball rolling on all that, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be in those discussions tonight.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. He's a good kid.
I just wanted to speak with him, get what happened. We've identified him as the operator of the vessel and one of the subjects that was dumping the pollution there overboard. So.
Yeah.
Is it a good time tomorrow to schedule a call or something?
Whenever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just...
The earlier, the better.
Yeah, we're not planning on putting this on. We're
Yeah.
dealing with this this as fast as we can.
Trying to keep ahead. I think everyone's trying to keep ahead of it. You know?
Yeah. And we'll deal with it. There's been all kinds of. I mean, I've had 5 fake Instagram accounts of me being
And he's
our business, our like.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead on.
Thank you. Tomorrow.
Okay, we'll give you a ring back. I just
That's
want to touch base with
Absolutely.
him and let him know.
Yep. Thank you for answering and being
Yeah,
forward
of
with
course.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. Look.
Listen, I really do appreciate the cooperation.
Yeah.
Makes things a lot
that'll
easier
be,
for everybody.
By the way, that'll be the spirit, going forward.
Cool.
It'll, we're people who love the water,
Yeah.
So we'll be.
All right. Thank you.
After receiving multiple tips via the FWC hotline, investigators made contact with the suspect's father, who told them that his son had stayed home from school that day due to the events that transpired, as well as expressing that he would not want to talk to investigators without legal counsel. Investigators later went to his son's high school and obtained a positive identification for the suspect from the school's resource officer. Investigators were unable to identify the second subject, but obtained leads from the staff that he attended a private school in West Palm Beach. Officers then went to the private school, where they spoke with the dean of students, who was able to positively identify this man wearing a hat, which was the son of the registered owner of the vessel. The next part of the investigation is body cam video of the mother of one of the unrelated occupants, who was a key witness.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Hi there.
I'm Lieutenant Broadbeck with FWC.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. Yes?
Yes.
Mind if I talk to him real quick?
I would prefer for an attorney or my husband
Okay.
present, okay?
Okay. He's not in trouble. He's a witness.
I hear you, but
Okay.
this is so scary.
Okay.
So what do we do?
I would love to just talk to him.
I would love if someone's here with me,
Okay.
okay? Should I call my husband or the attorney?
Sure. Either one.
Let me turn off the stove.
All right. No problem.
Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm just waiting for someone to call.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah. So he's a witness.
He's welcome to come in.
He's not going to be charged or anything with any kind of crime.
Okay.
He was there, so he saw what happened.
Okay.
He knows the people that were on the boat, and he's got a piece of the puzzle, right? Everybody there has a little piece of the puzzle. They saw something a little bit different than everybody else. We know who did it. We've identified most of the people on the boat already, and we're just going and talking to them.
I appreciate that. This is just so traumatic
I got it.
for us that I don't know how to handle it, and I just want to do the right
Matthew
thing.
didn't throw any garbage in the water.
That I do know. Okay, that I can attest to that.
Yeah, but he was there.
I understand that, yeah.
So that's why I like to speak with him.
I understand.
It's not a Miranda situation, and I'm not going to give him any rights. He's a witness to a crime. So that's why I'm here.
I'm just so sorry. I just want to do the right thing.
I don't
want
care.
my husband
Yeah,
to
you're the
know
parent,
and-
right? So I was already at the school today, and I didn't talk to him at the school, so he wouldn't be
Yeah,
singled out.
Gotcha.
I mean, if they're like, hey, you have to be someone else to talk to at the dean's office.
Yeah.
Here with you. So I left, and then I wanted to do it after the fact. We're talking to me, he's got the opportunity. He was there for something bad that happened that he didn't do, but he has the opportunity to do the right thing.
And he absolutely wants to do the right thing. It's not an
Perfect.
issue. I just want
I'm not trying to coax or convince you.
He absolutely will do the right thing. That's why I want to make sure that we give him the proper.
Right. So, court of public opinion is probably the strongest court there is.
This has become like.
Eventually, it's going to come out that he was on the boat and that he was afforded an opportunity to talk to FWC.
Which he is going to speak with
Yeah.
you.
Yep,
He
and,
is 100% going to speak.
and it looks way better if you're like, was cooperated,
And he's cooperating. I promise you that. But he
Excellent.
is my child.
Yep.
I don't know if you're a father.
I am, too.
And I want to make sure that I'm doing right by my child.
I got 2 girls.
That's all I want to do. We have
Yep.
1 girl, 1 boy. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
We need 1,000%.
I'm not rushing you.
Has there been any question about where the trash came from? Has there been any statements about where the trash came from?
We know where it came from.
Okay.
We know where it came from. We've already interviewed a bunch of other kids today.
Okay. Because I just want to make sure, because the kid on TV yesterday didn't exactly mention that.
Yep. I'll say we have a really good idea where the trash came from.
I completely disagree. I do not think that should have been the choice he made, but it's what happened. And I do feel a little remorse for him, but I also feel like he deserves whatever happened because he made a really bad decision.
I mean, ultimately, the trash came from the boat he was on, but.
I understand. That part I understand. I understand that part.
And, you know, for your knowledge, we're pursuing felony charges against the people that dumped the trash in the ocean.
Gotcha.
I mean, they made a conscious decision to do what they did. Nobody made them do it.
That breaks my
And they
heart.
seemed pretty gleeful while they were doing it.
I'm not gonna speak for my son or my son's relationship, but I know this child, and the picture they're painting of him in the media and of his family, I've known them long, just since we started school here, is so unbelievably different than what the child is. And I'm not gonna defend a child's behavior, what happened that day, but if you know his character, it's nothing like this. That's why it was so shocking that that it happened.
It happened.
Yeah, I agree it happened. But it was just so shocking.
I understand. We understand why it happened. We understand how it happened. Just know that we're also being pressured to
You
knock this out as fast
the
as possible.
saddest part about this is that this is like a public lynching.
It is.
You know,
It is.
the school shooters don't get this kind of way.
Investigators then traveled to the possible location of the vessel seen in the videos.
He covered up the name. Yeah, he's got a cloth over the name.
How did you guys figure out where he's staying?
We're good at our jobs.
An unidentified female claimed that she was up front and didn't know what was going on when the vessel departed Lake Boca. She stated that the 2 cans of trash were placed aboard the suspect's vessel by another person on an adjacent vessel, which they were rafted up to, without their knowledge. She stated that she had no idea why the suspect decided to leave Lake Boca, but expressed concern to the suspect about the rough seas but received no response. Then going on to say, as they threw the trash over, we turned around and went back. Another witness went on to say that the 2 trash bins originated from this 39-foot CV with tower, claiming that the operator, who was also at the high school, had placed the 2 bins on the suspect's vessel without their knowledge. Now, here's where Detective Donny played an insignificant role in the investigation. I looked through countless videos of Boca Bash 2024, and I actually found footage of the 39-foot CV witnesses claim the trash bins originated from. Here you can see the suspect's vessel, as well as the 39-foot CV with tower. Although there are no trash bins visible in these clips, it wouldn't surprise me if the trash bins originated here. This would actually explain why the owner didn't want this sort of evidence on his vessel. I'm actually kind of shocked that the cops didn't bust this up, because, I mean, none of these people look of age. With positive identification of the 2 young men seen in the video by independent sources, officers had probable cause to charge them with felony-level polluting. The next clip follows FWC investigators as they meet up with one of the young men alongside his father and lawyer at the Palm Beach Juvenile Detention Center. Unfortunately, at the time of making this video, I was unable to obtain footage of this man's arrest.
Yes, sir. How are you? How?
I spoke to your captain. He's like, yeah,
yes, sir.
He said he's. Alright, maybe we can start with him. That way.
Yeah.
Take a watch off. If you have any jewelry, rings, phones that you're going to get turned over, but the less property you have. Wallet, phone, I don't need your ID or anything like that. They're not going to need it. Anything else in your pockets? No, that's it. From inside out? No necklace on or anything?
They don't really come out.
Alright, that's fine. Yeah, no necklace on. Alright.
Alright, so unfortunately I'm going to have to put you in handcuffs for this. It's their policy, alright? So just turn around for me. You too tight on you?
It's only going to be for
a very short period. Come on. I'm going to double lock them so they don't get tighter on you at any point.
Boys, what happened yesterday in the last 24 hours? I know it's not your decision, but we went from no arrest to having to, I thought it was just going to be no physical arrest, but now higher powers above.
Well, no,
state attorney's office, we can't do a take into custody for a third degree. So that was our decisioning, our deciding factor. All right. So we'll go ahead and walk in. All right.
Is the attorney and the
We go all the way.
is the attorney and the father allowed in here or no?
Only the attorney, the father will not be allowed.
Okay.
Okay.
He's an attorney.
Is he the attorney?
He's not the attorney, but
Okay,
he is.
the attorney representing him will be allowed.
All right, sounds good.
According to the report, the young men were charged with third-degree felony polluting. And I'd love to share the court records with you guys, but the juvenile court records are off limits to the general public. But with the amount of pressure and media attention this case had, I can't imagine the state of Florida going easy on them. If you guys liked today's video, please let YouTube know by clicking that like button. And if you're new here, please subscribe because I need you on my team. I post multiple videos a week and you don't want to miss them.